when they try to bring it back in April, it won't be the same.
No, it's dead.
It's
You're
gonna be something new. It's just gonna be Sinclair Wrestling. It's gonna
you're
be SW.
you're so confused. I don't think it makes them any money. I honestly don't.
It might not.
Why did the name not correct itself? That pisses
But
me off on YouTube. The name isn't correct. Why did YouTube do that? Do I got to switch it for every single thing?
probably
That's bullshit.
it is.
That makes me so mad because that's not at all.
It's not as bad as the microphone issue.
Yeah, well, that made me really mad too.
Yes, this is just you just have to type a little bit more.
I hope so because I updated it for everything, and now I'm worried. Where's my live? Go live.
Go on, catch the buzz, feel the sting.
Why is the name wrong? Can I change it from here? Edit title. Thank God. Okay, Vleeties 133 live. Get rid of that. Save. Fixed it there. What's it say on Twitch? Because we're on Twitch. I was all excited. I'm just going to do them all for at least Vleeties 133. Twitch. I was all excited. I'm just going to do them all. Yeah, see, it's got the wrong name there, too.
There. You just gotta do it one by one.
Yeah, what the hell? Vleeties 133 live. Like, it's just silly that every single thing. Wrestling. Every single, like, I hit the button. Let's do it! Quickly, immediately subs on Twitch. He was ready for that, wasn't he?
It seems like it. But yeah, I'm looking through these cards. There's 3 matches on the other card on Friday that interest me. But that's
What's
sad.
wrong? Why you mad, though? What up, bro? Yo. I get worried that this restream chat doesn't show me all the chats. So right now we're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Trovo. Facebook, we're live, but the restream chat doesn't show me that. So I'm going to go there too, Gino. None of this counts yet, by the way. We haven't started.
Yep, we're just here chilling.
Because the name is wrong on that, too.
Get a look at greatness.
A gift sub. I updated all the titles. I'm going to, like,
Ew, what?
they all have the same title. How did this happen? Gino.
I have no clue, man. Again, people ask me for all these technical support issues. I don't know everything.
Turn it up, Gino. It's like I say that all the
Everyone
time.
wants these technical issues.
I say
for
that
some reason.
constantly. Everywhere I go, I say that. So, okay, perfect. The stream is up. Looks like it's going. Let's see. Let's check Discord. Did it send the link? It did for Twitch. I'm going to put at everyone. Also, trovo.live/Vleeties. See, we're not like we're live right now, but this is the part like on the screen. It still says gather. It still says we'll begin shortly. All this is just extra.
Yep.
So, we got to make sure.
Allows me some
Let's
time.
open up Botrix. Make sure Botrix is also open because even though I have like an extension on my browser, that works 18% of the time.
Yeah. Just gonna send these things on Discord for later. Just
So Mance Warner, what do you mean later?
yes. The trailers that I talked to you about
maybe.
earlier. If you
Yeah,
want to pull them up,
if we watch
got
it.
time.
If we get to it, because we gotta watch SummerSlam, gotta watch SummerSlam, gotta talk wrestling.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Raw last night. I watched like most of SmackDown. Can't remember a thing that
Get
happened.
a look at
I
greatness.
can't remember that at all. Okay, I don't see who did anything there. Nothing popped. Oh, a gift sub.
Ew, what?
Hey, JT is a subscriber now. Okay, Gino, I think we.
Ew, what?
Gilbert Medina is a subscriber. This is good news. I was very excited about
Ew, what?
returning to multiple screens for this very reason, Gino.
Ew, what?
Hey, look at all these subs. Is this
I
all?
see.
This all is Twitch or Trovo? I don't know where it
Ew,
is.
what?
I'm not sure either.
Hey, what? I don't know what it was. I don't think it was Twitch. Must have been Trovo, dude. But I don't
Yeah.
have that window open that tells me. All right, Gino, are you ready?
Of course, I'm always ready, man.
I'm on the screen now. Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vleeties 133. I am here. I survived it, Gino. I made it. You're here as well. You're sitting across from me. How are you feeling tonight, my friend?
So far, man, doing pretty well. Doing pretty well this Tuesday night. How about yourself?
Oh, killing it. What an amazing day. Didn't watch a lick of NXT 2.0, which tends to happen on a lot of these Tuesday nights. You told me the show, it was good. Like you said, it was an all right show, right? Wasn't one
It's
of their
not
best.
bad. It's not like one of the worst shows I've seen this week that I watched wrestling.
See, I know how to talk to you now, and whenever you say, oh, it
Go on,
wasn't,
catch the buzz,
it
feel the
wasn't-
sting.
it wasn't that bad. That's just code for like, oh, you know what? It kind of sucked. An elixir bomb! Thank you so much for all the elixir bombs. If you're listening on the podcast, whether it's Spotify or Apple Podcast, you can be here on trovo.live/Vleeties and play sounders like that. You can send me nifty gifties. You know, it all feels good. It makes me feel good. You could play interrupters. This is amazing stuff. Cutting edge, Gino. Podcasts used to not be like this. It really was just people kind of hanging out and talking, rhythm or not. Nobody was really sure what was happening.
True, and that thing, like you and I, we don't even need all these sounders and all this because you and I could just riff on the spot and talk about wrestling and just be about wrestling. So again, we know how to do it and we can make it work even with these sounders and everything getting in the way too.
Look at you toot your own horn. Tooting your own horn over here like you're God's gift to this. God's gift to podcasting. I'm messing with my microphone as we talk. Because
Yeah, I
for
can
those,
tell to making sure it works consistently. I gotcha.
Well, for
Because I've
those-
noticed a little bit muffled now
Yeah,
here.
for those who were there, for those who were here last week, I mean, Tuesday nights was a disaster. It was one of the worst nights of my life, I think. Another new subscriber. It was terrible. I couldn't believe. I also heard a Get a Look at Greatness, which I'm assuming happened on Twitch. Let me go to that window. I don't know where that came from. I don't know where anything comes from. Must have been a gift sub or something. I'm not sure, Gino. Don't panic. Don't panic. So I'm looking. The sound looks pretty good. It looks fine on Audacity. It just kind of, sometimes when I talk, it looks like, okay, he's talking loud. He's talking very well. And then it'll taper off and look like I'm getting quiet again, which was the main issue last week, right?
Yes, it seemed like that was the issue to the point where you were almost silent, but like now I can at least hear you well, even when it does taper down.
Matty Spice 04 says Gino
Go
shut
on,
the
catch
fuck
the
up.
buzz, feel the sting.
Matty
Yeah,
Spice
no, thank
says
you,
Gino
Matty.
shut the fuck up.
Gino's
Oh,
out
you
here
haven't played twice.
patting himself on the back, like heavily. We all heard it. Everybody heard you patting yourself on the back, like, oh, yeah, I'm so good at this. This is all me. I heard
This is
it.
us, communication. It's about
Matty
both of us.
Spice heard it. I think everybody was like, Gino loves himself right now. So okay, I think the gain is good. I'm just trying not to spike, and that looks okay. Gino, let me hear ya.
I'm hearing myself right now just fine, man. How about you?
Here, you know what? We're gonna pause the podcast. Try not to spike, and that looks okay. Gino, let me hear ya. See, that sounds terrible in my ears. I just heard it. I think everybody was
Go
like,
on,
Gino
catch the
loves
buzz,
himself
feel the
right now.
sting.
So okay, I think the gain is good. I'm just trying not to spike, and that looks okay. Gino, let me hear ya. I don't know. It sounds terrible to me.
It's not the best, but it's not the worst. There's worse microphones, worse people.
I'm gonna keep.
Goodness.
I'm just gonna keep messing with it because I like when it sounds really good. The gain is lower. I know that sounds odd, but I typically have my gain pretty low because I am pretty loud. So I don't typically rely on the gain because it picks up everything. Like everything is in that gain. This sounds good, but the levels just look incredibly low. Am I crazy?
It might, again, I'm not seeing the lowest, but yeah, I'm hearing you perfectly fine. You're not like going down like you sometimes do where you're quiet. It seems fine right now, consistent.
Incredibly low. Am I crazy? But the levels just look incredibly low. Am I crazy? I don't know, dude. This might be the last episode ever because, like I keep saying, the more I hear myself, it just sounds a little muffly. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's a gain issue. It's probably a microphone issue.
Go on, catch the buzz, feel the sting.
Look at all these sounders, elixir bombs. Everything is coming. This is a mixer. Check it out. Oh, the camera's not going to get all the way over there. I'm messing with the mixer as we speak. I'm just trying to figure out why it still sounds like we're in some sort of a room. But, yeah, because even when I say but, I can hear every little bit of that. Holy shit, Quigley!
You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean. Go beyond! Plus!
Okay, Gino, it still sounds just in my headphones really, really like I don't know the word for it. Like robotic. Is that a good way to describe it?
I mean, that's a way. I would just say, like you said earlier, I think it's just muffled-ish, but like I can still hear you just fine. And
I know
like,
you can
I
hear
still
me, but I
communicate.
don't want people to just hear me.
Go on, catch the buzz, feel the
Look
sting.
at all these Alexa bombs too. This is like we are one more technical difficulty away from retiring forever. But luckily, people are like, "Hey, at least they're here." Because I even messed with this weekend. By the way, I recorded a solo show. Maybe it's with Zoom. Could it be Zoom's issue? I'm thinking.
We could test that Discord if we wanted to, just in case.
Oh my goodness. Let me see. Thank you, Kevin, in the chat. I appreciate all that. Maybe it's Zoom settings because I swear, Gino, it sounded so good just like Saturday night. And now here we are on Zoom and it sounds like shit. Like it sounds like absolute shit. Like the absolute worst. Now, turn it down. Let's see. Now it sounds better in my headphones at least. The gain's off. Turn the gains off. Kevin just took all my money from Alt. I'm loving that. Hold on, Gino. I think I fixed it. Down. Let's see. Now it sounds better in my. Nope. Sounds like shit. This is
We're
fucking
taking our
bullshit.
time. We're making this work. We're gonna make it work.
It just fucking worked.
Yes, again, it could be Zoom again. I'm on Discord if we want. Go switch to there and see if that'll work.
I'm just gonna get the fucking USB mic and stop hosting shows. Like, this is fucking stupid. Because Thursday it even sounded shitty too. I re-listened to it and I hated it. And now even in my headphones it sounds a little better. But I bet when I hit play after recording, I'm gonna hear the same feedback and the same bullshit.
Maybe.
I'm gonna hear the same feed. I wasn't talking to you, Gino.
TWFS says, oh, is it with a mixer you got issues? This isn't USB.
No, yeah, this is.
TWFS says, oh, is it with a mixer you got issues? This isn't USB.
Ew, what?
I'm loving all the sounds though that are happening. Yeah, this is the mixer. The mixer. So I'm fidgeting with the mixer as we go. But the show must progress, Gino.
Go on, catch the buzz, feel the sting.
One more sound check with the mixer as we go. But the show must progress. That sounded good. Okay, I think we figured it out. I just got that gain has to be low. That's all it is. That gain picks up everything, Gino. It sounds terrible.
Says say everything twice.
Everything twice.
Says say everything twice.
I'm loving it. It's because that extension. Gino, technical difficulties are very close to making me never do this again.
But here's the thing, though. We've learned from your cousin, Chris Van Fleet, that even with issues aside, you can fix those issues and you can continue on and be committed to your craft, to what you love, which is, for us, discussing professional wrestling.
I don't even like wrestling anymore. The more that I think about it.
What?
Hey, what a new subscriber. Raging Texas. Welcome aboard, my friend. I was even thinking about this, Gino. I watched little wrestling this weekend. I watched a lot of football. I watched boxing. I was watching MMA. I kept telling myself, hey, watch Rampage. Hey, watch SmackDown. I watched most of SmackDown. I swear I don't remember a lick of it, but I watched most of it. And I didn't watch a second of Raw. Was Raw good? What'd you think?
Thought Raw could have been worse. The only good thing they had, at least match-wise, that I really enjoyed and got really involved in was Gable's match with Big Show. Because like they seem to just be putting Chad Gable into good wrestling matches.
Gable and Big Show had a match. What is this?
I'm Big Amy, not Big Show. Big
Oh,
E.
holy shit. That sounded weird. Like, no way.
Yes. They would have had a good interpromotion match. That would be great. Too.
How did they
Chad
pull
Gable's
this
really
off?
good.
Chad Gable and Big Show would have been really good. I don't know about that
It
one,
would.
Gino. You had me for most of your story there, but
Yes.
that portion of it was a little wacky to me.
They would have a good match. He would have a good match with anybody, Chad Gable, I realize.
Would Big
He's-
Show though?
Yeah, Big Show would probably get a good match.
Would new Big Show wearing like his like John Cena sleeveless tee from WWE's shop? Would that Big Show have a good match?
Yes. And the big nasty bastard would have a good match with Chad Gable too.
I guarantee you, Chad Gable got Hulu'd off of that Raw. There's so
That
many
he
things.
probably did.
Everything you love about Raw is not
Good
on.
wrestling is not on Hulu.
Yeah, it's
You get the
never on.
bad wrestling.
It's never on Hulu. I never see any of that stuff. It really is like I see the
Segments.
highlights. Like, what's Raw? Raw's Big E. Raw is there's like nobody on that show. Damian Priest has been on a few times. From the Becky's on Hulu Raw. Like that show was written to make sure that you see Becky Lynch constantly. You're probably not going to see anyone else. You're going to see Becky though. So yeah, I don't know who T-Bar. I don't know why his name isn't changed. But yeah, we're here dealing with the difficulties, but we're also thinking, is wrestling this good, Gino? You're trying to convince me it's good.
TWFS Sasim, sorry I tried to rob you.
No, you didn't try to rob me. I did see it, but that just means all it has to go twice as hard tomorrow night, immediately following Dynamite. Gino, you scared me today because you said that Dynamite, or you said AEW's on Saturday, and I was like, what? How? Is Dynamite on Saturday? There's a pay-per-view right around the corner, Gino. Does it feel like Full Gear just snuck up out of nowhere?
I think it's Full Gear's been just too long till it's finally here because again, we had this whole build up for Adam Page that's been going on for a long period of time, even to when his wife got pregnant, and now it's finally
Rizzo
here. So
Egan says, why are you watching Raw on Hulu Vleeties?
Why are you watching Raw on Hulu Vleeties? Good question. I just watch it on Hulu. It's faster. I have Hulu, and it's got no commercials, so it's great. And Hulu seems to have really cut back on the earlier tonights and the before the break. It seems to have figured it out, like, hey, we need to be a faster version of Raw. When I watch 3-hour Raw, I get so annoyed by, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, like, no, I'm not. None of us are just joining. I would love to see the hours on that, like the numbers. Who is just showing up at 9:40 on a Monday night? Like, oh, the football game's kind of getting out of hand, although last night's game was a banger. Like, who's just tuning in and then hoping that Jimmy Smith lets me know what I missed earlier, Gino? I don't think those people are out there.
They might not really be out there, but there might be a few that maybe fall asleep and they miss it, like Tyler did.
But even if they fall asleep, can't they just go back and rewatch it, or aren't they going to follow WWE on Twitter? The earlier tonight stuff, I get. Maybe it has its place, but after years of watching Raw, I feel like it's a punishment for me. They're just punishing me with this before the break, after the break. I know. I watch this show. I watch all of it. You know what? Punish the other people. Punish the other people who missed it. Because it really does seem like, oh, you're a regular viewer? Well, you're going to watch anyway. We don't really care about you. We're more focused on the people that were watching Monday Night Football, the people that were watching baseball, basketball, hockey. We realize we're not anyone's first option. So when they show up, we need to at least make them feel like they didn't miss a damn thing.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, again, that's what sucks about Raw. Is, again, it's 3 hours of probably about 10, 15 minutes is recap of earlier in the night, and then like a whole SmackDown recap because both shows are one, even though they're the brand split. And the draft that just happened, so we're supposed to still care about both shows.
I'm okay with the SmackDown rebound and the Raw rebound, and that is just because it does make sense for. I mean, I was younger. I used to watch SmackDown regularly, and Raw was on a little later. So sometimes I'd watch a little bit of Raw and not finish it. I'd be like, oh, fuck it. Fuck this shit. Even back in 2003, I was saying that. And then, because it was on later, Gino, what am I supposed to do? And then, hey, here's what you missed. And it's like, oh, cool. I didn't have to stay up till 11 to watch it. This is when I was a kid, Gino. Staying up to 11 was a little more rarer. And yeah, it was cool to have a rebound. And then when I was watching Raw and I would see my favorite guys on SmackDown anyway, I was like, can't wait to watch SmackDown. It's not like when they do a earlier tonight on Raw. Like I see, oh, Bad Bunny got his car messed up. I hope Bad Bunny comes back later on in the show. Like, no, I know he's not coming back out. He did his segment for the night. So I think there's just such a weird difference. I'd be okay with that. They should do a SmackDown recap, NXT recap. You have 3 hours and you're not putting on wrestling matches. Do that. But no, it's earlier tonight or before the break or during the break. That one's the worst. If it wasn't good enough to be on TV the first time, why do I have to watch it now?
Because it depends on what happened. Because if there's somebody who is just such a sadistic person who would abuse another man during the match, and then after the match, you got to see what all he had to do during that break. Because he might have done so much more that you just couldn't see because it was too much for television.
Yeah, well, it's always during the break. Here's how Dolph Ziggler got control of this match. It's like, okay. Like,
Yes.
That's fine. I saw he has Kofi in a rest hold. I'm pretty sure he got control back. I don't need to know how. So yeah, this is fine. Gino, I'm just saying when I'm watching this program now, and even like AEW tomorrow night, I'm pumped up. I'm excited for. But even Rampage on Friday, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is too much. You guys have too much wrestling. Gino, a few months ago, I was loving it. I was obsessed with wrestling. Not enough of it existed. Now Ring of Honor is going away. Now Raw's fired everyone on their roster. Is this it? Is did the boom happen? Did the Adam boom happen? And now I think we're just done.
I don't think it's done because here's the thing. Even though, yes, Ring of Honor is slowly going to fade
Slowly.
in December.
Fastly. Did you watch?
December is still a month away. We still have a month to enjoy Ring of Honor and what all they get to do. Because like they've been doing stuff now, like working with GCW. Since the Briscoes had like a big match with some GCW guys on Ring of Honor. And also we had Mike Bennett and Matt Taven on NWA.
Oh, cool.
So again, we have slowly getting more inter-promotional stuff with other promotions with Ring of Honor slowly going to go away. So we're going to have still NWA going strong. We're going to have AEW. We're going to have GCW for these guys who can't really work anywhere else. We're going to have, again, even though it's not going to be that much they're going to get paid, Booker T even brings up that reality wrestling is still going to be willing to get people in there. We have a ton of wrestling still. The boom is not going to go away.
No, but the boom, I think the boom means like when wrestling's good and you can't stop watching it. Like there was a minute there where I was watching Impact. I was watching AEW. I was watching NWA, MLW, Raw, SmackDown, NXT. It felt like I was watching wrestling every minute of my life. And now it's just like, is it my life? Is it football season? Is that really? That's probably what it is. But there's just something about right now wrestling where I have Impact Plus Insider Ultimate Edition. I could be watching Impact all moments of the day. But meanwhile, when I go to sit down, I just don't do that. I'm just not watching Impact. Gino, how do you do it? I want to be more like you. I know these past couple of weeks, I've been trying to get you to be more like me and Chris. How do we be like you?
You need to be able to kind of have yourself commit to watching wrestling and enjoy wrestling. And that's what I've been able to do is just be able to sit down and enjoy professional wrestling as the sport. I've been able to watch Impact every week.
Nice.
Mostly I have to do it on Fridays because we do have our show during Impact because we do have our longer pay-per-views we get to watch the night. So we have to be prepared for that. But I do watch Impact. I watch wrestling pretty much the day after or day of that it airs because I just enjoy wrestling. Like tonight, besides NXT, we had AEW Dark that they had some really kick-ass matches.
And you
Andrade wrestled Warhorse.
And you watched all of this. You saw all of this already.
Yes, I did.
Gina, well, hold on. What was work like today?
I did not work today.
Rizzo Egan says, I miss Eva Marie.
Eva Marie's gone. How are you happy about wrestling? Nia Jax got released because she didn't want to get the vaccine. So many things are crazy, Gino. Now, I've been unplugged from wrestling. I'm hoping that you have the scoop. Is that really why she got fired? Is that really why Keith Lee got fired? Because there's other guys out there that I'm pretty sure didn't take this vaccine. How come it seems like those are the easy ones that we got rid of?
I'm not entirely sure who all the four are. Again, there's only speculation that there were four, and then one that was not. That's not been confirmed. Nothing's confirmed. Yeah. So again, it's all just hearsay, what people believe the reports to be, but that's it. There's no definitive answer.
Okay, so that is really rumors then. I thought that was kind of
There's no actual accurate. It could just be four. It might be more than four of them. But again, from what reports have been, there was four wrestlers that were released because of not getting the vaccine.
Was there like a libtard who works there or something that was taking names of who's not vaccinated, and then when everyone got released, they like called Meltzer and said, "Here's the people that weren't vaccinated, me," and that's Keith Lee and Mia Yim, and because Karrion Kross, I know he's not vaccinated. Look, go to his Instagram, click on following. You know that guy's not vaccinated.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Thank you so much, Quigley. It says Mana is real. I'm assuming that's a hydrate. Is it a hydrate, Gino?
I'm not on the Trovo at this moment.
Gino, who got the vaccine and who didn't? We need names.
How could I know?
This is a witch hunt.
Cross might not have, but at the same time, he could have decided, you know what, WWE's really pushed people to take it. He takes it because WWE's like, maybe that's what'll keep me going. and yeah, gets released. And Scarlet
Maybe
gets
that's
released.
what'll keep me going. You want this guy to
Maybe.
like what if Vince has come in here and blow me? It'll keep you going. Isn't that wrong, Gino? Isn't that like a violation?
It is, but Vince did that already. Vince has done that for again. There was a whole storyline where he literally was making people do embarrassing shit.
That's a storyline,
Just to keep
though.
their job.
That's a storyline, and none of that is putting something in your body that you don't want in there, including his dick.
That is true, but I mean that's interesting. Again, who knows? We don't know
No,
all
I
the
know,
goings on
Gino.
back
Yeah,
there.
you brought up storyline as if it was real. Like maybe Vince wants
Yes.
people to get the jab, and they'll give it a push. Hey, if you get vaccinated, I'll push you. But Gino, that's not the way the world works. Okay, you're the guy who doesn't want you want Mace to keep streaming on YouTube, but I'm telling him, hey, don't. If you don't stream, you might get a push. And you're saying he's happy streaming. Well, Karrion Kross is not getting vaccinated, right? His body, his choice, Gino. You think it's okay that he got fired because of that?
No,
What do you think about Aaron Rodgers? He got fined $300,000. Isn't that an insane amount of money to get fined for not getting the vaccine?
well, if we go with again the idea of people getting fined, Brock Lesnar got fined $1 million. For all we know, that is true.
That's true. And Brock was not wearing a mask when he gave Adam Pearce that F5. And these players don't wear a mask at all when they're playing the game and they're breathing on all each other, getting sacked and tackling each other. But none of those guys get fined. But if Aaron Rodgers and Alan Lazard are in the film room not wearing a mask, they get fined $300,000, Gino? Does that seem right to you?
Go on, catch the
31.
buzz, feel the
Put him
sting.
in some bomb! Gino, take
Okay.
cover.
Listen, I wish I could, but again, I'm stuck in this space that I'm in right now. But again, right now, yes, it's not fair. It's not right that people have to pay 1/3 of what Brock has to pay just because he F5'd one man twice.
Yeah, and you know what? Is that really what happened? Either way, Gino,
And it's because he F5'd Adam Pierce twice is why he got fined.
let's talk about something realistic. Ring of Honor just had a show where Bandito retained his championship. What the hell's wrong with this company? If you're on the way out, don't you want to pop the territory a little bit, shake some things up? Why is Bandito? Are they really just gonna go? No, look, you're the champion till the end, my friend. If this company's getting buried, are they going to give it to like an Ezekiel Jackson on the final episode of Ring of Honor? And maybe that'll be, oh, it's a cliffhanger. Make sure you tune in next April to see what it's like when Matt Taven's the Ring of Honor champion.
Let's see something like that happening at Final Battle. Again, we don't know what they're planning for Final Battle just yet. So again, anything could happen. Bandito could lose the belt on that big event, the final event before April.
Okay, but even so, like, wouldn't you? So tonight, for those who are unaware, we had Ari Sterling, our boy Alex Zane, taking on Bandito for the Ring of Honor World Championship.
Really good match.
And well, that's what I'm saying. Hey, we have a great match. It's on TV. People like this Alex Zane guy. He has a buzz. He just left WWE. He's got a little bit of that rub that I always talk about. Why not give him a shot with the belt? This company's on its way out anyway. Let's say you have all this press. Everybody's talking about the company's going under. And now there's a little bit of buzz. Hey, maybe people will check out
Go
Ring of
on,
Honor.
catch the buzz, feel the sting.
Another Elixir bomb from our good friend Ricardo. Ricardo, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But Gino, that's all I'm saying. I don't know what you're saying. I'm just thinking that, yeah, why not try and do some things? What are these things? They're incredible. It's a treat. Do you see the trick or treat thing? It's so cute. What do
Yes,
you,
it is.
Gino? I think that it really is bizarre that we're not pushing some new guys on our way out. Like, this is the end. I firmly believe Ring of Honor is dead. Why not
Go
do
on, catch the buzz, feel the sting.
that? Is a mandate spell. That is our president having an ice cream cone. How fun is that? I had a friend, Gino, talking about hashtags and headlines. She voted Joe Biden, all right? I know she did. She was very Joe Biden-Harris at the election last year. She was at the vaccine protest in L.A. this past week or the other day. And I was looking at it like, you voted for this.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white
Thank
kids.
you so much, Ricardo. But isn't it weird, Gino? People
Poor
vote for
kids are
big
just as bright and just as talented as
and a
white
King's
kids.
Trove. He's trying to get me a spell rocket before we watch SummerSlam. Gino, that's all I'm noticing is that people don't realize they voted for bigger government. I like a nice small government that leaves me alone. Me and Nia Jax don't want anyone to tell us what to do. We're trying to free our narrative, okay? So what is happening here?
Here's the thing: you might be wanting the smaller government, but at the same time, people might have voted Joe Biden because they want the throat goat.
They wanted a throat coat. What does that mean?
Throat goat. He's the goat, the greatest of all time with his throat. You've not heard about the throat goat?
What's the throat? He's good at
Goat.
throat.
Yes, that's the whole joke. You're behind the times with the other memes about the politicians that he's the throat goat. Because get the stuff he can just jam into his throat because he's such an old man.
You're saying the throat goat? Is that the word you're
Yes.
saying?
Yes, the throat goat, the throat greatest of all time, the greatest of all time.
When did this start? And you're saying I'm behind the times. I'm glad you're.
It's an older meme from the politicians during the time when he was running. He was called the throat goat.
Throat goat, the title you give to the best oral sex you've ever had. Throat goat Biden. I don't see any of this stuff, Gino. This is great. People are saying he's not his president. I heard. Did you hear about his gigantic fart when he met that lady in Europe?
Yes.
I wish I had that on video. I wish the world had that. You know that shit's buried. That's like Owen Hart falling from the top of the arena. Somebody's got it on a VHS. It's like, do not delete this or look at it. Just, it's here. Don't ever forget about it. Get out of here. You're fired. I think all that happens the same way with the Joe Biden fart tape. Gino, Ring of Honor's dead. I think we could have saved it. Do you think they're gonna? Is there gonna be anything that makes you want to
Who
watch?
better than Spliff says you mean reptilian goat?
Oh, dude, he's such a
Poor
reptile.
kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
I'll cast a hydrate to that. Gino, I'm really thinking that Ring of Honor, I don't think there is a plan for after they make a comeback. Is it going to be Bandito? We're going to keep him under some sort of contract. Everyone else is going to be free to walk? Because I would be trying so many things on my way out. EC3 would be champion right now.
Well, again, who knows how it's going to end? Maybe EC3 will be champ, but I do feel what they're doing right now is to set up for a final battle, is to get this big push to be like, see, look at Bandito having these great matches, still getting on top. Who can defeat Bandito, and will it be a final battle?
But who's it?
Will the champion be?
And who's it going to be though? Like that's just what. But who are they building to fight Bandito? That's my question. Like who's going to be?
Would be anyone. It could be PCO.
We're trying to get to the next stage of Ring of Honor. We're going to do Ring of Honor 2.0. It was so cool to have Tommaso Ciampa bring us into this new era of NXT. Who's that next face for Ring of Honor? Now you're saying you don't know. That doesn't help me.
We don't know. Because people could get fired and released and come be in free agent before April and are then free to be signed in April to work in Ring of Honor. So that could be the big moment.
But based on who they have now, like who do you think it would, like how far away we're 1 month away from final battles. So I think it's safe to assume everyone there right now is our option for Ring of Honor champion at the end of Ring of Honor.
Oh, and you're saying 2.0, that's going to be in April is 2.0. So this is the end of 1.0, which again would then, with who I could see them giving the belt to is probably Brody King or EC3.
Okay, I'm on board for the EC3 thing. I think that I don't know why they're waiting so long to do that. I know that your argument is always he's happy, but come on, this is wrestling.
Another talent, which is kind of what he wants to do, is help build this other talent and future stars.
And did it work? Because the company's dead. So I think that
it's going to work.
I think my argument would have
just long term.
I think my argument as a promoter would have been, I don't give a fuck what you want. I need you to be the champion. You're the biggest name that we have here. Everybody thought you were going to Impact. You didn't do that. Some people thought you were going to All Elite Wrestling. You didn't do that. You came here. I need to make the best use of you as a promoter that I can. Even the guy in GCW was like, no, Matt Cardona is going to be the champion. Like, people do things that the fans might not agree with immediately, but you got to do it. You got to get the brand over. GCW is red hot because of Matt Cardona, okay? Nobody cares about
he knew what he was doing. That's the thing that you're talking about Brett Lauderdale. He knew what he was doing by wanting to have Matt as champion because he knew the reaction it would get because the fans would boo it. It would be a big swerve. EC3 winning the ROH title would not have been that big of like a shock to the system they needed, like Matt Cardona beating the king of deathmatch wrestling.
I hate when you say things that make me defend people. EC3 is so NXT I want to be a W. I want to be John Cena so freaking bad. Is EC3. He's yoked. He's a bodybuilder. He has a fake tan. He gets on his knees in the ring, puts his hands up, and then stands up with his hands in the air already. He is the douchiest, most cookie cutter WWE wannabe ever. He got a push in TNA after getting fired from NXT. Nobody really knew who he was. He shows up. We knew he was Derek Bateman, a jobber on the Jobber brand. And he shows up in TNA and is pushed to the moon because he's Dixie's nephew. Okay, everything about him is so not Ring of Honor. Like, I can't say anything that's less Ring of Honor than EC3's ascension into wrestling, into the main event picture. Remember Josh Matthews? The ass kicking machine. It was some of the worst shit that ever happened. It's so perfect for I showed up in Ring of Honor because I knew that I'm better than everyone here. You all thought I was just a character. I'm here to wrestle. Watch what I can do. Now I'm the champion. Incredible. It would have been bigger than Mid Cardona. At least EC3 won a TNA World Title before going to Ring of Honor. You're saying Brett Lauderdale knows what he's doing. Are you convinced now that Ring of Honor doesn't know what they're doing? Is that what you mean by that?
To an extent, they might not know entirely what to do, or they have an idea that I can't really. I am starting to try to understand, because again, with Bandito, they want to push him, and I understand this. Even to the end, push Bandito. I can agree with because he's really good.
Good at what
That
though?
match-
Like is he better than Samurai Del Sol? Because when I watch them wrestle, I think Bandito is a good example of he's like Ninja Mac. He's a fine wrestler, but if I'm gonna if I'm giving you options, I'm putting up posters. Okay, I'm working at Blockbuster. I'm working at Crown Video in Covina. And I'm hanging up posters of all the new wrestling DVDs that came in, okay? I'll just go down the list. I'm going to hang up SmackDown. I'm going to hang up Roman Reigns. That one's sold out. Everybody already wanted to get that one. That one's gone. I'm going to hang up Big E. People are going to say, oh, I know Big E. He's hilarious. I'm going to take that one. I'm going to put up Kenny Omega. I'm going to put up not Nick Aldis. Trevor Murdoch probably would still be around. But I'm going to put up Moose. Like, I'm going to put up... not Okada, not Ibushi. I'm going to put up a New Japan poster. When you put up an ROH poster and Bandito's on the front of it, it just seems so much smaller than everything else. Where if you put EC3 on this poster, if you put Brody King on this poster, I think you can make an argument, oh, this company might be on the same level as these other companies. Bandito's a great wrestler, but so's Chad Gable. You know, these guys aren't the poster.
I guess that is a fair point to make, but at the same time, right now, ROH is in a very difficult spot since they are again having to try to plan for December, their big pay-per-view, the final big pay-per-view till April. So again, they need to kind of be safe with their decisions and not just again throw away the title like back to another person, this person, just keep it going. They want to kind of keep it in line to be like how they see champions and not just hot shot it.
Safe. The company's dead. This is the time to not be safe because worst case scenario, we were taking the quarter off anyway. Everything will be reset come April. This is the time to just go balls to the wall. I'd have Dusty Rhodes on the screen. They would just play the clip from TNA. We're going to have every match inside of a steel cage, baby. We going to call it Lockdown. And then we just have Ring of Honor Lockdown. We can have Ring of Honor Hell in a Cell. This should be let's throw as much shit at the wall. Let's attitude air this motherfucker out because there might not even be a show in April. They keep saying, oh yeah, we're gonna take a quarter off and then come back. We're letting all the wrestlers go though. Every wrestler is gonna be free to go wherever. What if they come back in April and realize no one wants to work here anymore? So I'm just saying, Gino, like this is the time to go for it.
I mean, it may be they don't want to make the mistake, even though, yes, this might be the last big event. They don't want to try and copy or do what happened with WCW in the year 2000, where they hotshot the belt.
TWFS says Gino sounds like he has a clean room.
Gino, how clean is that room, buddy?
I'm keeping up with it. There's still like spaces that are just full of stuff that's not trash, but just stuff that's here. So I just need to find another place to put this stuff that doesn't all belong to me. It's just the rest of the household.
Dude, just
So
throw
you just
it
find it
away.
better.
Just throw it away. If you don't need it, it has no function other than sits in corner. Just throw it away, dude. No need. What's it there for?
I guess again, I don't know why it's all here, but we have a lot of stuff in this whole household that my entire family's not like where we might want to throw it away, but they also want to go through it just in case. It might be something we keep. It's weird.
Where's the Twitch stream at, Gino? You've been telling me that you want to be a streamer, that you want to be a talker for a living. Where's
And
like
thankfully,
where's the
that's
Gino?
the good news here. I've been sick recently, but yesterday I started feeling a lot better. Today I just overslept completely because my entire sleep schedule is kind of messed up. So hopefully tonight we'll have this nice show. We're going to be able to enjoy some SummerSlam. And then tomorrow, going to be doing plasma like later in the day. So we'll see if I maybe will go live tomorrow.
Dude,
Or if I'm feeling.
you're going live tomorrow. You have to just it has to just start. That's what I'm saying is like it just needs to begin because I'm worried, Gino, that you keep thinking, oh, I'll do it this day, I'll do it this day. You just got to go for it. You just got to do it. You're sitting there anyway. You're saying your sleep schedule's messed up. Maybe it's perfect. Maybe when you're awake, you just got to get to work. Times don't matter when you're on the internet. People in Croatia would love to check in on what Gino is up to. You're going to be fine. I would just do it. That sounds fun.
And I think I will, man. That's like tomorrow should be the start. Again, we're just gonna see whenever the back of my body chooses to wake me up. Hopefully not like
Set an alarm.
before.
What is this? What do you mean? Well, we'll suit my
For
body.
some reason,
does.
my alarm doesn't always wake me up. Sometimes I sometimes even fucking fall past sleep by alarm.
Well,
So I need to like, change my alarms.
At least set it. I don't know. Like I know it might not work, but it's worth a shot. All the other Americans set the alarm. Maybe you just set it and see what happens. Maybe you will wake up on time. This is the mindset, Gino, where I'm going to sleep through the alarm. Like, don't assume you're going to do that. Just try it out at least. There's several steps you can take to be successful. Don't not do that one of them. That's an easy one. Set the old alarm. Get a good night's rest. What time are you going to bed?
Ubet Event Spliff says timing your sleep, huh?
All right, see, time that sleep, Gino. I honestly am timing my sleep, but not for naps. I think when Forrest did it for naps, that was a little weird. Gino, are you a napper?
I try not to be on my body for some times when I don't have enough sleep. It just crashes.
Sure.
Rizzo
not
even
really
says
natural.
Nathan is going to so pissed to hear that you didn't clean your room, Gino.
Dude, Nathan is going to be. I'll edit it out. We don't need to let Nathan know that you did not clean that room. Like you cleaned it, but more.
Every week I'm doing work. Like every day I'm trying to do more work when I can. But again, there's just like a spaces here and there that I need to work on.
What does that mean though? Like every day I'm doing more work. Like what does that mean? Like you have like a
Like
McDonald's.
slowly
guy?
trying to take care of this stuff.
What does that mean? That's what I'm saying. Like you're using very broad terms. Like tell me a thing. Like, well, slowly I'm going through all my clothes.
If there's like larger stuff like around course that aren't like binders, just like stuff I'm trying to find like places around the house I could place it in where it's not in the way of other stuff.
But what are they? What are you trying to hide? What is this? What do you have like a bunch
Boxes of stuff that's full of junk or stuff from other people in my family.
You're still being so general. Like, I need you to tell me what's in this fucking room. Like, this is my favorite thing. I don't even want to talk wrestling anymore. It really is so interesting to me that I ask you, like, what's in these boxes or what's in your room and what's this? Oh, I just got to find a place to put it. Like, that's the solution is not I have a box of old Pokemon cards that I don't look at. It's, where am I going to put this stuff? Like, around the house. But what does that mean? It's just stuff. Like, I don't know. I'm not looking at anything in here and going, well, it's stuff.
That's it. When you've lived in a place for quite a few years and not moved, stuff just becomes stuff. There's no real title of anything.
Is it like
It's just-
dumbbells? Because like I look on the floor over here, there's like some dumbbells. There's a football. That's my son's. I have a dresser right there. I got a folding chair over there. Like there's some things in here. I mean, there is a box right here. Now I did just move, Gino. I do have a cardboard box, but it's empty. You got to take that out. I got to shrunk my life a little bit. Thanks for the nudge in the right direction. But it's not like I can look at any corner of this room and go, that's just stuff. I can't put a name on what it is. There's no label other than stuff. Like, is it just boxes of clothes? Is it boxes of memorabilia? Is it boxes of old Booker T action figures? Like, what is it?
It's just like boxes of miscellaneous stuff.
Just
There you go. Just more specific now. Miscellaneous.
Like what? Just tell me like what's in these.
Miscellaneous stuff. Just things.
Gino, everybody at home needs to know what's in these boxes now. Like you've made
Again,
it such a mystery.
some of these people on the internet know that my mom's a teacher, so she has a lot of stuff from over her years of teaching.
Just open the box and tell me the first thing you see in one of these boxes. Like that's all I need to know. Oh, there's a checkbook. Like something.
It's stuff.
Oh my god! What do you? Is it
It's a
heroin?
mystery.
Is it a bunch of dildos? Like now, my mind is going to these places. Like Gino has a bunch of boxes of dildos, and he won't tell me, or he doesn't want to tell me online. Look, yeah, okay. I used to own a dildo emporium, okay, and that didn't work out. I told everybody I worked at Walgreens, but the truth is, I worked at the dildo emporium. I stole a bunch of dildos. I lost my dildo job, so now I have a bunch of dildos I don't know what to do with. So they're just in boxes, okay? They're just in boxes all around my room. And there was a while there where I started taking them out of the boxes. Now they were all over the room. So I didn't want to clean because I didn't want to put the dildos back in the boxes because I like a dildo out of the box. Now, I put all the dildos back in the box. They're all in the boxes. They're all along this wall. But here's the other thing. Nobody knows I have a bunch of dildos. So what I'm going to do is hide them around the house so nobody finds out like, hey, Gino stole all those dildos. Like, is that what the real story is?
That's actually a really good train of thought you got to go on there, but there's a lot more than it's nothing like that.
It's a lot more than dildos. Okay, like so it's chains, handcuffs. Like I know Kevin and I are big into wax play. So is it a wax play scenario? You have a lot of candles.
No,
So you said your mom is a teacher. Is there like a lot of rulers and a lot of whips and chains?
not entirely like that. No.
Gino, I need to know what's in this box. Just give me one item. Just don't say stuff. Is it clothes? Just say shirts and I'll go away.
It could be clothes. Again, there's probably boxes of clothes here too.
Don't let Nathan hear this part, everybody. It could be clothes. What is that? It could be.
There's just boxes of stuff that's been here for years that I haven't touched, and no one's touched back here.
You know what it is? It's
Yes.
trash then. You haven't touched it in years. You have yourself a bonfire and say bon voyage. What language is that?
Is that French?
It could be, but it's probably in the box. It's just like, is dildo French? Is it spelled with a E-A-U-X at the end? Dildo? That'd be my wrestler name, I think. It would be like Jean Dildo. That could have been Triple H's name. That would have been great. Or Sylvain Dildo. That would have been awesome, Gino. See, we could have definitely fixed wrestling. So many. I wish Adam Blampied in all of those dumb videos. Here's how I would have booked Sylvain Grenier. First of all, his name would have been Adam Dildo, and he would have been a Frenchman. That would have been great. I'm all in, Gino. So, Gino, you're going to be surrounded by boxes of stuff this weekend during Full Gear. For initial reactions, are you excited for this event coming up? I almost last week, Kevin and I thought it was on last Saturday. Now it's this Saturday, and I forgot it was happening. So, are you
Malachi
excited?
Black says, where the fuck is SummerSlam?
Where is SummerSlam, Gino? But before you answer that, where's Full Gear? Are you excited?
Looking forward to the show. It should be a good event, and we're gonna see what it all leads to in this next year.
Oh, what a year it's going to be. Can you imagine what it's going to be like next year? First of all, when's Winter is Coming? That's the biggest episode of the year, isn't it? When's the Dynamite Battle Royal for the Dynamite Diamond Ring?
Well, I mean, we don't need a third one just yet. We gotta first go through. Again, winter's coming. I don't know if that would be like their best. No, it probably would because Kenny lost the belt. Well, won the belt.
Won the belt. Holy shit. He won the
Yeah, he
belt.
won the belt. It was a year ago, guys.
Yeah, it was crazy. He's been the champion for a minute. It's time for him to drop that belt. Do you think he just keeps it to kind of pop the territory?
With how they're doing this long-term booking, and if they really want to keep up with it, even though yes, this would be the right time to give it to Hangman, Kenny could win, and I think that would be, in a way, a smarter decision
Listen to this
because no
guy.
one would expect it.
Listen to this guy. Yeah, Kenny winning would be unexpected, in my opinion. Like, I think I'm ready for Hangman has been destined to win this belt since he had the first title match ever in this company. So it makes sense that he would finally get it here. But it just seems like, I don't know. It could be Kenny keeps it. So, because the money's in the chase, remember? We're about to watch SummerSlam, where I'm going to prove to you that the money is in Goldberg chasing Triple H. Maybe this is that same thing where we have Kenny Omega, hey, I'm the heel champion with my big faction. You got to come and get me, Hangman.
And I think that's what I have a feeling they're going to keep that up because they were doing that for a while. Then Hangman had to leave because of his wife getting pregnant. So now he's back, and this would be the perfect time to keep up this story that Hangman just can't do it. That he's just still a failure compared to Kenny Omega, who was the better and only real legitimate champion.
Malachi
in
Black
the-
says I want Vleeties to pop a finger in my ass.
You won't even need me to do it. Gino's got a bedroom full of dildos. Like, this is great news for a lot of us, Gino, because we've been very curious about it. So now that you have this, and you've been at, like you just said, I've had these boxes that I have no idea what to do with. Now you know what to do. Send Nathan some, send me some. Kevin's never afraid to have a dildo. Like, this is going to be great. I'm excited for your new future of a room with no boxes in it, because those boxes of stuff, aka boxes of dildos, Sylvain dildos, that you're spreading it to the people. Content to the people, you always say.
Yes, but that's the thing about content creation, like we're doing right now. It's not about like dildos, which I do not have in this room.
Oh my gosh, Gino, you're such a liar. You just said, do I need to play the audio back?
That was your imagination that was running wild with your ideas that it could be dildos.
Where's the edible thongs? Ask Rezi in the chat. Like, we're all curious now because you said it's stuff, and then I said it wasn't. Like, just tell us what it is, and you said you grabbed me and you said
Malachi Black says I need a purple one. Thanks, Gino.
perfect, Gino. Look, you have your first order. But people like Gino, you grab me by the head and you go, "What I have in my room is so fucking taboo that I cannot tell you what it is. And if I could tell you, it would not be on mic." Like that's what you said. I thought, "Whoa, must be dildos, or could be anything. Could be one of those sex swings, Gino."
Again, that's up to your imagination. I'm not going to tell you what I have in this room. But again, let's continue on with this amazing card. We're going to have a full gear where we're going to have the super quick facing
No,
the Jurassic
I
Express.
do the card with Kevin. You're doing it wrong.
Oh,
We're trying to talk about
God.
dildos. I just wanted to see broad strokes with you, granular with you, details with Kevin, and then the show's on Saturdays. This is going to be great. But we have to watch SummerSlam. So thanks everyone for downloading this little mini-sode, Vleeties 133. I was excited. Like I said, Gino, I'm trying to get back into wrestling. Wrestling's
Who
just,
better than Spliff says wrestler pubes.
who's got the best pubes, you think, Gino? Pope?
I have no idea.
I would say Pope. I like that he didn't shave his chest hair during his TNA run at least. He would let that chest muff grow, and it made me assume the pubes are probably better than any other wrestlers. Like I imagine every other wrestler, like Andre's shaving those pubes, right?
Probably not.
I feel like Andre's total. Like you look at him at WrestleMania, he's so hairless. It's just, dude, go for it. You're supposed to be a giant. Like I respect like a Big Show when he's got a little chest hair going. Drew's like the first wrestler to make it part of his gimmick almost. Like, no.
Actually, best pubes is actually, just remember this, John Gonzalez. That suit.
What do you mean? We didn't see his
The
pubes.
suit had
Go
hair.
on, catch the
There was a
buzz,
lot of hair
feel
in
the
the suit.
sting.
No, we need to see. I want to see shoot pubes. All right. I don't want to live in a.
You don't want the fake pubes that was
No,
on
I don't
John
want-
Gonzalez's
I
suit.
don't. Yeah, no worked pubes. We need shoot pubes. Okay. We don't need Tori and the body paint at WrestleMania 15 or whatever. We need shoot pubes. Hogan? Do you think Hogan's has a receding hairline just like his head?
Rizzo Egan says Mox has pubes on his chest.
Yeah, Mox grows that chest hair out. He really doesn't look like he takes care of himself. I know that that's kind of a joke that I've been making, but I really did notice that. When
Malachi Black says I would chew on Alexa Bliss pubes.
good luck finding them. I guarantee you there's none, right, Gino?
Probably not.
I can't believe you think about that stuff. You're so gross. I bet you have a bunch
Yeah,
of
you're
dildos
more
in your
gross.
room.
Isn't that surprising? I just said probably not, so I don't know what you're saying.
I bet
don't
you
know
have
what you're talking
dildos in
about,
your
really.
room. You probably got dildos in your room, dude. Are you serious?
Probably not. You probably do, really.
What's in
I mean, no,
this?
Kevin does. You might
No,
probably not.
Kevin and I just have candles. Gino, why wouldn't you tell me what's in these boxes? I'm.
It's just stuff.
What does that mean?
Things from all over the years.
Of the East?
Years.
Oh, the years.
All the years.
Well, like
of the
things
past.
you collect in the years. Like, is it old like school photos and stuff?
It could be.
Gino, I do have this. What are these called? These plastic these drawers. This does have stuff in it, if you will. Like, let's go
Yes.
through it. Like, this is a mug from the movie Up. Did you ever see that movie?
I did see you.
This is like all the little badges that the kid collected. This is a fun game. What stuff is Vleeties going to be able to grab? Check this out. This is a fun game, Gino. It's called Spot It. It's the baseball edition. You have to there's these little cards, and you have to match up. Oh, this card doesn't have a Yankees logo, so I'm gonna get it out of the pile. It's a really fun game, Gino. Show me some of your stuff.
I have stuff.
Check this out, Gino. This is an iPod Classic. Look at this thing. Why am I not using
Says
this?
it's just stuff. What does that mean? Things.
Yeah, check it out. Look at this. I got an iPod Classic, Gino. What stuff do you have?
I just right now, I just forgot about this little thing. Was a wireless speaker that was in the shape of the TARDIS from Doctor Who.
Hell yeah, you big Doctor Who head.
I used to be when I was younger, and they didn't just turn it all into woke culture with a female doctor.
Wow. You see, of course, you think woke culture is they bring in a female and it's like, oh, I hate this shit.
And
now.
then they have the man be the enemy in every single episode. There's a male antagonist, and then there's a all-around male villain at the end.
Check it out, Gino. I found an iPod Touch. Remember those? They're like iPhones, but with no Dodger logo. Look, two LAs and the same thing. And check it out. I found an iPhone 4S. Look at all my stuff.
Yes. Why did you keep all this old tech when you should recycle it?
I recycle it. What are they going to do with it? Pretend they're
There's
recycling it?
actually is e-recycle. There actually is e-recycling.
And what do
of
they
old
do
tech.
with it? They don't do shit, Gino. They just take your stuff because they assume you can't use it in the future. They're just going to, we're going to take this asshole's things, and he's going to just think that we're not using them for something secret.
What could they use old tech for?
Have you seen Transformers? What are you, idiot?
Like that type of old technology.
I found an old photo. I don't know who it's in it. Check this out, Gino. Seen these cords before? Look at that. You can use this to hook up a monitor to a CPU. Isn't that cool?
It's cool. I remember those types of cords, and I still have a few.
Check it out, Gino. Ethernet cable.
Malachi Black says I know what's in Genos box's coke and he snorts it before bed.
See? Look at this. And yeah, by the way, yeah, they get to use all these precious metals that the iPhones are made out of, okay? That's not fair. That's my precious metal. Don't call it a precious metal if you just want me to give it to you for free. Maybe hook me up a little bit. Maybe wet my beak, Tony D'Angelo style.
Maybe, but also since you did mention Tony D'Angelo, he was on NXT tonight. He had a short little promo.
Yeah, that's where he
threatening
works,
Dexter
Gino.
Loomis.
That's where he works. Duh. Gino, check it out. I found a prayer book. You got a prayer book
Oh,
in,
nice.
in your stuff?
I sadly do not have a prayer book.
You want one? I got two.
I might want to get a prayer book in the future. Yeah.
Check it out. I got the same one twice.
Oh, you bought two of
You want
the
one?
same one.
Yeah, I got two of them. Sometimes you gotta have two prayer books, one for each room. I'm gonna send one to Nathan actually, so I have to get a third one for you.
Oh, yeah, we got to get to Nathan. He needs to have a prayer book.
This is my new favorite bit: is what stuff does Vleeties have until Gino tells him what he has. Check it out. I got a box of envelopes. That's pretty cool. Do you say envelope or envelope?
I say envelope.
I've been saying envelope a lot lately. Am I an asshole?
No, I think you're fine. I think it's just like
Is it because like I've been saying dildo? Am I French now? An envelope.
it could be. But I also, since we're talking about like stuff, I have
Hell yeah,
this commemorative edition of the Necronomicon because I was a big and still am a big H.P. Lovecraft guy.
The fuck is that? What does all that mean? What are those words you said?
H.P. Lovecraft was a fantasy, fiction author, and one of his like big books, like just as a whole bunch of his stories, is called the Necronomicon.
Check this out. I got this little dove. I got it on my wedding day. It says birds. Guess what the other one says? It was two.
What is the other one say?
It says love. Come on.
Oh,
I'm like Johnny Gargano and Candace. Candace Gargano. I couldn't remember her name. Candace Wrestling.
Candace LeRae.
Yeah, Candace the Rave. So thank you so much, Gino, for letting us know what is in your box. A bunch of Doctor Who bullshit and Necronomicon stuff. What are your thoughts about the Necromancer?
Which necromancer? Like the actual necromancer from Game of Thrones?
Gino, I found some stuff. Check it out. Found some Tylenol right here. I got some stuff.
Good.
Check
Good
this out.
night.
I have one of these PlayStation 4.
Ew, what?
Thank you so much, Missing Link. He also loves this bit of me trying to get you to tell me what's in the stuff. Me and Nathan need to know because this is hoarding, not logic. Like when you ask a hoarder, like, why do you need all this stuff? And they're just like, look, it's my stuff. It's like, well, hold on. Do you ever use it? Well, no. It's like, well, then why do you want it so badly? I just do. Like they can't answer it, Gino. I'm worried that you're traveling down a very similar path.
The thing is, it's a path that probably was built to me over years and being the only man in the house for quite some time when I grew up as a child. Again, it could always be the whole idea like nature and nurture, which is always a question you figure out and never really will get an answer to. How you are as a person, was it something that was destined in you at birth, or was it something that became you because of situations that you had no control of?
Dude, that was deep. Is that what goes on in your head, Gino? Because
Yeah.
look, you're so excited about all this wrestling in the world, and I love that about you. But it is also behind all that. I love wrestling. There's some pain, and we all sense it. We all know it. So is that why it's just stuff, Gino? Are you proud of nothing in those boxes?
Probably, most likely, I'm not proud of anything in there. It might just be, again, just stuff that's not all mine in these boxes.
Check this out, Gino. This is from my first auto lease when I moved out here. It's got my old address on it, too. It's from my first lease. I think we crashed one of these cars, but we had the Gap insurance. So with the Gap insurance, I was able to just get all my money back. It wasn't a big deal at all.
Nice. And since we're all starting more stuff, when I was ordering those whole Loot Crate stuff from Loot Crate, I got this collector's door edition of the DeLorean time machine from Back to the Future.
Check it out. I got a plaque. This is a plaque, Gino. You talk about through the years. 2002 Minor Angels, South Hills Little League
Ew,
Minor
what?
Hey, B2KK, what it do? We're about to watch SummerSlam. Minor division champions, undefeated, 21-0, Gino. Look at that. They don't give that out to anybody. This isn't some participation plaque. This is a me winning baseball plaque, Gino.
Nice. Now I also just remembered this, since I looked back around my stuff that I got from Loot Crate. There was this hat for this very shitty independently made game called Lawbreakers.
Oh, it's
that
a
I got.
great game. What are you talking about?
It was really not that good because the guys who developed it also made other games where they half-assed made a copy of a game that then they just stopped caring about. So Lawbreakers is like a wannabe Overwatch.
What's
Try to
wrong
get
with
on
that?
bandwagon. It's because they tried just to bandwagon off of that idea. Like they made a battle royale game since PUBG was popular, and they didn't do anything with it. I think it was called Radical Heights.
What did you get Loot Crate for? Why do you have one? Why did you get
I had
those?
that for years back, just to get stuff that I could hopefully eventually sell.
I think that was.
Collectible stuff.
I think that's how they tricked everybody. Everybody thought this was going to be stuff that I really liked, or it would be easy for me to like. Hey, I don't really like this. I'll be able to trade it with other loot craters. Like everybody kind of fell for this trap that they needed useless shit shipped to their door, like stuff that you would. I remember when GameStop started selling, like, oh, look at all these little toys and shit from Think Geek. I would walk by that and go, who wants that? And I found them. You're like, oh, I'll subscribe and just ship me this shit. That would be great. Because
Malachi Black says Gino fingers his ass like Ricochet.
do you do that, Gino? And if you do, no judgment here. Judgment free zone. You do not, he says. He was far away from his mic because he was looking at his box, but he does not finger his ass Ricochet style. What are your thoughts on that? Are you against it?
Nope.
Did that make you not like Ricochet?
No, what made me again? I still like Ricochet.
B2K22
And
says Malachi Black says Gino fingers his ass like Ricochet.
Hell yeah.
Again, what I don't like is again what Davey's doing with Ricochet, because I was a big Prince Puma fan.
What are they doing with Ricochet that you don't like?
They're not using him well. Like they finally have him in something, but like since he's fighting Drew, but they're not going to give him the title. They're not going to put him in like the main event picture.
He's already kind of been in the main event picture, hasn't he? I mean,
Not Davey.
he fought Brock Lesnar at a pay-per-view for the WWE title, didn't he?
I thought that was in the Rumble because he was like one of the early entries where Brock was just eliminating everybody.
I thought that was at the Rumble. They had a match.
No, it was the Rumble match, I think it was.
Brock
Brock was just
versus-
eliminating everyone, then Ricochet helped Drew eliminate Brock.
Brock decimates Ricochet, WWE Super Showdown 2000.
Oh, it was Showdown.
2020. So yeah, come on. This is what a great match. Ricochet has been way over. I don't know what you're talking about. I do agree. Like when he was Prince Puma, and no offense to Ricochet, I'm going to say this. Him talking has kind of ruined him. Like not for me. I just mean as far as Prince Puma, there was something kind of mysterious about him, Mysterio, and I got his gimmick and I got his character with him doing very little.
Rizzo Egan says we gotta get Gino laid.
Gino, have you been laid yet? No, I don't mean to put you on the spot like that. Don't answer that, Gino.
And we will discuss this in a later date.
We will discuss it during Fire Up Your Peacock, everybody. Let's everybody get your peacocks out because we're going to fire up our peacock so hard, Gino. Is your peacock fired up or what?
I am ready. I might not be at the exact time as you right now because I'm at 1 hour 46:20.
Oh yeah, we'll do the thing. I'm gonna hit play on it real quick just so I can set it up. But what we're gonna have to do, Gino, because we're streaming on Twitch, we're streaming on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter.
This won't work on these places.
Oh yeah, I was on Facebook. All my family's on there, and I was just doing that dildo bit with you. This is great.
Says
Ah,
Peacock.
nice. Perfect.
So what we're gonna do is everybody's gonna go to 1 hour 46 minutes 20 seconds. Let me see if I could turn off Facebook. Oh yeah, I can turn.
Malachi Black says, Gino, you should fuck Liana.
Oh, Gino!